Hello kids and everyone! Masayang buhay with Jesus. Nakakita na ba kayo ng taong sobrang galit? Ano ang pakiramdam mo? Maybe, takot no? Medyo natatakot, no? Yan. Kayo kids, paano kayo magalit? Ikaw, paano ka ba magalit? Children, si Jesus ay 100% God and 100% human. At bagamat ganon ay naggalit pa din si Jesus, no? Naggalit siya. Yes, kids, tama ang nadinig nyo. Naggalit si Jesus. Bakit nga ba naggalit si Jesus? Alamin natin. Watch natin to.
At the time of Passover, Jesus and his disciples traveled to Jerusalem to worship God and pray at the temple. The temple was a special place, where people worshipped God, and offered sacrifices. Jesus always looked forward to visiting the temple, and praying with God's people. But when Jesus arrived at the temple, he couldn't believe what he saw. Instead of people praying, and worshipping, it looked like a marketplace. There were cows, sheep, and birds. People were selling all sorts of things, and exchanging money. People were not thinking about God. Jesus was very sad. He was angry at the way people were treating God. Jesus loved his Father and his house. Jesus turned over the tables, and set the birds and animals free. He told the people to get all those things out of his Father's house. Jesus reminded the people, "It is written in the scriptures, my temple will be a house where people will pray." Some of the people became angry with Jesus. They wanted to keep cheating people. But others joined Jesus to pray and worship God in the temple.
Ayun pala, nagalit si Jesus because of how some people were using a house of worship, a church. Oh, hindi ginamit ng mga tao sa pag-worship ang church. Anong ginawa ng mga tao? They treated the church like it was a shopping mall or a market. Oh, come on. How about you kids in our time? What is our purpose in going to church? Bakit nga ba tayo pumupunta sa church? Kayo, bakit ba kayo pumupunta sa church? That's right, to worship Jesus. And how can we worship Jesus? Paano nga ba natin na i-worship si Jesus? First, prepare our hearts for Jesus. Prepare our hearts for Jesus. Diba, ihahanda natin. As we worship Jesus, prepare your hearts for Jesus. Wait, paano nga ba natin ihahanda ang ating puso? Siyempre kids, before you go to church, remember that Jesus is in your hearts. Ba? Lagi natin yung tatandaan na si Jesus ay nasa puso natin and He is with you. Second is focus on Jesus. Focus on Jesus. Learn how our lives can be different when we choose to follow Jesus. Diba? Kapag tayo ay sumunod kay Jesus, pinili natin sumunod kay Jesus, tutulungan ka ni Jesus. Tutulungan ka ni Jesus na kapag nagagalit ka o nalulungkot ka, just think about Jesus and pray. Again, how can we worship Jesus? Prepare our hearts for Jesus and focus on Jesus. And as we end, let us use this prayer to close our time together. Okay? So kids, take a deep breath or inhale. And as you breathe in, remember that we need to take in God's peace. Okay? Inhale. Remember God's peace. That peace of God will give you the strength. Now, let us inhale and then exhale. As you exhale, blowing out the breath. As you do this, say no to bad. Say no to bad. Bad. No to bad. Remember that you are removing the bad things that make you angry and distract you from worshiping God. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Bad. Amen.